you're given a task that seems doable but a bit tough, familiarize yourself with a song so you don't have to look down at the sheet music. Immerse yourself in the song and get your fingers on those pathways. Hey, it's Ronan. This video is for a student. This video is for you, Mark. And at the same time, it applies to every accordion player, every musician that's ever gotten a similar email. I'll give a bit of background. Mark, I'm going to keep you anonymous, but I'll give a bit of background. Mark was sent an email with a band that he plays with saying, hey, Mark, we're going to perform in a few weeks. We'd love for you to play accordion on a track. And so Mark emailed me saying, help. And so I'm here to help. So the song that Mark has been asked to play is called Jolie Louise by Daniel Lenoir. Jolie Louise by Daniel Lenoir. So the first thing that I did was I listened to the song. It's a beautiful song. It's on YouTube. And then Mark did the right thing. He asked the band, in what key are we going to play the song in? And they said it's in the key of C and G, so the key of C. And then Mark also sent me 2 other recordings, good idea, of other performances of the song. So how do we approach a thing like this? We have a few weeks to play a gig, to play with a band. So we go for the lowest hanging fruit. What can we achieve in a few weeks? The first thing is we're just going to learn the song in the key that it's going to be performed in. You can imagine learning the song in a key and you show up the day of the performance and the band is in another key. All of the practice that you've done, all of those pathways that you've built up for your fingers are now going to be changed. So in a few weeks, every day we're going to practice and we're going to build into our hands the pathways for that specific song. Luckily, the song is straightforward. There are 2 chords in the song with a little bit of a turnaround. So 4 chords in total, but really the main chords of the song, and Mark, what I encourage you to do is to build up your finger dexterity around the C major and the G major. And the thing that's going to be really important is to be able to switch between those 2 chords' voicings. I have a lesson on building majors and minors, how to build a C major, and then how to switch between the C major and a G major in a smooth way. So the band's going to be playing, and you're going to be playing C to G to C to G. But that's not always the smoothest way of switching from chord to chord. So exercise 1 that I'd encourage you to do is find a C major and learn of a fast way of switching to a G major. And I'll link in the description to a unit I have about switching between chord voicings. Chord voicings are just different triads of the same chord. So this is a C, and this is a C, and this is a C, and this is a C. And so same thing applies to G. This is a G, but there's a G that's much closer to the C that allows us to switch between this C to this G. And so when you're playing along to a band, with a band, it's a lot smoother of a transition. Ba 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 ba, ba ba da da da, ba ba da da da. That's a lot smoother. It gives you that smooth accordion sound. Instead of, it's bigger, it's hard, it's easier to make a mistake when you're doing that big of a jump. We're going for economy of movement. Because you know the song is going to be in C major, let's practice C major to G major. And in your 15 minutes of practice, it's just building those foundations. C major triads together and broken to G major. So it's easy to switch. Good. That's the first thing that we're going to do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to familiarize ourselves with this song. We're going to listen to as many bands covering it. You might already know the song, Mark, in which case great. If not, I'd encourage you over the next day or 2 to go on full Jolie Louise on everywhere you are. Hum it, sing it, whistle it in the car, when you're cooking, when you're just sitting around, I want you to immerse yourself in the song. I'll link to a blog post of mine called How to Learn a Song by Memory. And 50% of it is using your ear. 50% of it is not on the accordion. It's just saturating yourself with the song so you can't help not whistle it and hum along to it. I did a little bit of that. And after listening to it, just go through the steps. The next step is to play along to a recording. Now, there's good things and bad things. The good news is it's not a difficult song. The bad news is that these 3 recordings, the Daniel Lanois version and these other 2 versions, no one plays it in C major. The Daniel Lanois version, I believe, is in E flat. Ba-da-da-da-da. And the other 2 recordings are in E major. Ba-da-da-da-da. Your band's going to play it in C major. Ba-da-da-da-da. So, again, the pathways that you're building between C and G won't apply to the Daniel Lanois version or these other recorded versions. So you could try and play the Daniel Lanois version in E flat to B flat, or with the other bands from E major to B major, just to get a sense of when the chords change and play along. I'll do that exercise now for 30 seconds just to show you what it might look like. Again, I'll play along to a version that's E major to B major. This is a version by Charles Robichaud. Charles Robichaud. This is 3 guys playing. I'm listening to when the chords change, right? So I'm keeping it really simple. I don't know the song well enough. I didn't immerse myself, so I don't know when the chord changes are, but I'm watching the musicians. You're going to be watching the musicians when you play. You're not going to be reading sheet music. Hopefully the song is in you. Watching the musicians, watching the guitar player switch between the chords, the C major and the G major. And I'm just playing along. In this recording, it's E major to B major, and the turnaround is C sharp minor to A major. Your turnaround will be A minor to F. But again, know when those things are happening. At first, I have a section on accompanying background musicians, accompanying a band. Look at those things. I was padding. You can also try doing a bit of rhythm, right? Da, ba, da, 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 da. Let's play just with your right hand. Let's have that as the goal for the next few weeks. Just the right hand, to be able to accompany these backing tracks or your musician friends with your right hand. If you feel comfortable, that's when you start introducing the left hand. And I would do the same exercise with my left hand. Really simple. What's the point? You have the advantage of being able to play with people. Again, it's good news and bad news. The good news is you can always pull back a bit. The song will keep going. The bad news, there's a lot of sound already, and you need to be tasteful in where you're going to fit your accordion. Try playing down here. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. You can also come up here. Ba, da, 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 da. Right? And then you can practice playing on your own. Sing along, hum along to the song, right? Ma jolie Louise, keys. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, obviously you'd be doing it in C major. C to G. C. And be as creative with it as you want. But again, Mark, I would encourage you to reply to me with where you are and what you're having trouble with. But in general, you're given a task that seems doable but a bit tough. Familiarize yourself with a song so you don't have to look down at the sheet music. Immerse yourself in the song and get your fingers on those pathways. So, oh no, I'm lost. Oh, I know this part of the song. It's C major to G to C to G to C. I want you to be able to, if I say, hey, it's 2 a.m, wake up, show me a G major. Boom, G major, C major. Good. I won't come and wake you up at 2 a.m, but that's the idea. Your fingers should know those C and G really, really well. I hope that helps. I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.